Hey guys, it's Vesmo here, and I should be recording this on my brand new microphone, but that's not important. What is important? Today we're doing a special kind of what if, because it's a what if that's not based on two panels combining, since Deku's powers are going to be completely original, and completely changing Deku's family issues, because mom was hella supportive in the canon story, but in this story, Deku's going to be the son of All Might, and he's going to have a twin sister named Zumi. So basically, this is the ultimate weirdest story ever. Not important. Let's start this what if already. So like I was saying, one day, I might decide to marry the Green Tornado, which is Inko Midoriya. And let's say that she turned out to be the number 70 hero. But like I was saying, after they got married, they had a pair of twins named Izuku and Izumi Midoriya, or Toshinori. Izuku or Izumi Toshinori I meant. But these kids always want to be heroes, just like their parents. But they didn't know their parents were heroes. Cause let's say Inko wears a mask when fighting crime. All Might's always in a skinny form in front of their kids. But like I was saying, both Zuko and Zumi always sub heroes, and they always watched the famous All Might video. One day, they both turned 4. They went to the doctor to find out what their quirks are. And when they went to the doctor, he told him that he has good news and bad news. So they asked for the bad news first. And then the doctor tells him that their son is quirkless. This makes everybody upset. And Gu and Zumi look at Deku, apologize, where All Might looks at him horrified, and they go just staying quiet. After a couple seconds, Inko asks the good news. That's when he tells them it seems that their daughter has a strong quirk for her age, that she might surpass the mother. But somehow, just that comment makes Inko and All Might just forget about Deku. They start praising Izumi, and after a while, they go home. As they go home, they are praising Izumi the entire way home. But next week, Deku and Izumi go to school. While Izumi is showing up her quirk with Kachan, Kachan asks what's wrong with her brother. I can't speak for some reason. And she laughs and says that he's quirkless, but the idiot still wants to be a hero. So Kachan says, "Want to make sure he won't become a hero?" Izumi says, "Of course." So as Deku's sitting down, Luke hears, "Hey, Deku!" Izuku doesn't respond. When he gets pushed, that's when he sees his sister and Kachan. They ask him why he wasn't spotting. Izuku says that Deku is his name. As he tries to get it up, Izuku uses Zumi. Damn it. Sorry, out of quick. Zumi uses her telekinesis to trip Deku. Then says, Well, Kachan, it's your turn. Kachan then charges at Deku and creates some explosions. As Deku tries to get up, he's getting held up by Zumi because she's using her telekinesis. And Kachan just causing explosions. But after a while, they stop. But as Deku starts getting up, they start walking away. They say, "You shouldn't become a hero." We're gonna have a time skip now. This time skip is about 10 years, and basically the start of the anime. While Deku's in class, teacher walks in, tells everybody that he passed her test. You could pass out forms to find out what you want to be in the future, but you know what too, you want to become heroes, which makes everybody celebrate and use their quirks. You think Kachan causes an explosion and says, "Don't rope me in with these losers. Wisdom would be like to be psychic to some D class." But then Izumi says, "Shut up, I can easily beat you." This pisses up Kachan, but as they start arguing, teacher mentions that they can also become a hero and go to UA. That makes Izumi and Kachan stop fighting. Instead, start threatening Deku. Luckily, the teacher stops him. After class, Deku is stopped by Kachan and Izumi. And he asks what's going on. Kachan causes an explosion and it destroys his notebook. But Izumi holds him down. But as Izuku leans down, she starts talking to him. He tells her that he's going to hurt him. Because he's not going to hurt him. Because he's still his little brother. But word of mouth from his sister. He should come here because what a quirk. He wouldn't stand a chance. And he stands up and says, stands and tries to leave. Before he does, she says, if you want to become a hero and really want a quirk, maybe take us one type of route. Hope for a quirk in your next life. She then leaves Deku there by himself. As they leave, Deku goes outside to find his notebook, He starts walking home. He walks through a tunnel. But as he walks through the tunnel, he gets attacked by some sort of sludge villain. But as he tries to bite it off, he starts skating up. Then he hears a voice saying, "Destroy it! Don't give up!" But before Deku can respawn, he hears, "I'm here!" and sees a huge gust of wind before blacking out. But as he starts waking up, he sees All Might, Izuku, his father. But as he starts fanboying, All Might starts acting like he doesn't know him and give Deku his signature. As he tries to jump away, he realizes Deku's still grabbing onto him. He almost pushes him off, but instead, he jumps onto a building. Then he realizes that Deku's is trying to ask him a question. But All Might says, saying that was what he did was stupid. Deku decides to ask All Might this question instead. And ask him if he could become a hero real quick. All Might says, without having a breath or a hesitation, he says, no, and jumps away, leaving Deku there depressed. As he lands, transforms to his small Might form and says, his cover is almost blown. As he starts walking away, he returns to walk and realizes that the sludge villain is gone. But he starts searching around. Deku is walking down the stairs when he hears an explosion. So he hesitates. Wait, what the hell? Oh, dang it, I realized. I'm trying to figure out what I said here. It says he starts, but there was no space, my bad. Well, like I was saying, he starts walking to it. When he arrives, he sees Kasha being held hostage. But the heroes trying to put the fire out, or are being held back by the fire. Deku sees Kachan's face, and he sees him crying. So he starts wanting to help Kachan. He also spit back his sludge villain eyes. But he starts ripping out the sludge villain. Start ripping out Kachan from the sludge villain. The sludge villain tries to cause an explosion. Before he could, Deku gets moved out of the way. He hears, "You useless Deku! Don't try to steal my thunder." Then sees Azumi trying to rip Kachan out of the sludge villain. She succeeds. But then the sludge villain charges at him. Before he can jump on her, he hears, "Get away from her!" Before saying, "Oh, my punch is sludge villain so hard that it changes the weather." But everybody starts praising Izumi and Kachan. The heroes are telling Deku that what he did was foolish and idiotic. And All Might looks at Deku and says, "Young man, don't get involved. Let the real hero handle this." That breaks Deku's heart, but tries walking home with people laughing at him. He says that Izumi is nearby, so he hides to avoid her. And he hears, "I'm here." He then sees All Might, but All Might soon transforms into a skinny form. And both Izuku and Izumi are like, "Dad, you're All Might?" But as their dad starts talking, he thinks that his quirk is one for all. That he has the ability to transform and super strength and other stuff. And he decides to give his quirk to their daughter. And to Izuku's sister, his daughter. But she decides to ask, "What about Izuku?" And as he hears this, he says, after seeing what happened today, he decides that Deku was far too weak to become a hero. Then hearing this, he doesn't stay to hear what else he has to say. He starts to walk away. As he starts walking away, he sees a river. But as he stands at the edge, he remembers what his sister told him. Maybe he should take a swan dive out the rope and hope he gets a quick in his next life. Before he does, he takes out a piece of paper and writes a note. But as he's writing this, he hears a voice saying, "Don't do it! Don't end us!" Deku just thinking it must be his mind trying to keep him alive, but with will or something. Once he finishes the note, he takes a step and falls into the river. He hears a voice saying, "I'm not dying tonight." But when he hears that, he's saying, "I'm not dying tonight, I'm not dying yet." But then we cut to All Might and Inko, Izumi. We soon hear a knock on the door. It was Aizawa and President Mike. But as All Might asks, "What's going on?" Aizawa activates a crack and kicks All Might. But as Inko and Izumi ask, "What's going on?" President Mike says, "How could he? How could he do that to his own son? How could you do that to him?" And Izumi says, "How could you say that to your own brother?" He says, "He was your flesh and blood. You grew up with him. How could you do that to him?" When Inko decides to, "What's going on?" Then Aizawa throws a note to All Might and All Might. That's when All Might's family surrounds him and asks what it says. But All Might reading it, he realizes it's from Izuku. It says, "Dear Mom and Dad and Izumi. I'm writing you this note to tell you something I realized. Something very important. Ever since I was 4, you've been horrible parents to me. You always nitpicking me because I never had a quirk when Izumi did. And when Izumi beat me up, you would acknowledge it or say just it was just some training or roughhousing. Because of that, for 10 years, my life was living hell. When I found out you were All Might, that you had the ability to give people your quirks, and you said it gives to Izumi, the girl who literally abused me for being quirkless, I realized something. You're, I don't know. I just realized you guys were horrible. And if you're reading this note, I probably already killed myself. But then Mike then says, we found this back near Ripper. Doesn't matter, cause Izuku and Izumi start crying. And she thinks to herself, dear God, this is all my fault. I told him to do it. I told him to jump. And end it. But not thinking to herself, I can't let this happen. I was his mother. I never cared for him. I didn't even know he was depressed. All Might's just standing there and not reacting at all. He's remembering his master. How she would be ashamed of him. And he tries to remember Deku. They're reading something. He can't remember. He can't remember Deku's voice. It wasn't too. He says, sorry, Izuku. I've been a horrible father. Please forgive me. What they don't know is that currently as Deku's thrown into the water, something happened to him. So I was hearing a voice from earlier saying, I don't want to die. Like this. I'm too good for this. And here's, it's time to act. Slowly feels every inch of his body changing. His skin turns black. His skin hardens. He starts glowing. His eyes start turning purple. He then jumps out of the water, lands on some concrete, and picks the floor. But his hair starts turning black and green, or purple or something, before turning to spikes. But this answer says that he's huge. And he might be like taller than All Might. And not to mention he's buff. And I mean buff. I mean a combination of Goro and All Might. So he's Jack was Slim. As he looks at the reflection of the glass, he looks at himself like in a mirror or some sort of way. So I'm screaming was saying, look what you made me do. You made me activate our power. Could they just ask, what the hell is this? Who the hell are you? The voice says, look, let me explain. I'm your inner monster. I'm basically every negative thought and anger you have, or have held back. The leader says, turn me back to normal. And he says, sure. But here's a warning. If he tries to kill himself again, he's going to act. But he then turns to his human form. In a pretty weird way. He starts like turning Deku's body into dust to reveal his original body. As Deku starts walking, he stops and realizes something. He doesn't know where to go. So when a voice says, let's just crush somebody's house. Says, what are you still doing here? And it's not like he has any friends. And leave him alone. Whoever you are. Well, his voice says, hey, I don't have a name since you never gave me one. But as Deku looks around, he thinks to himself, what am I going to do? But then, he sees his skin harden and turn black. And he says, we could kill somebody and take their house. Deku says, no, that's wrong. That's what Billy would do. He says, what you're saying is, you better go back to your dad, who doesn't believe in you, and believe that you become a hero, or your mom and sister for F's sakes. And if we use our powers, we can easily do it, but Deku says, no. But the boy says, come on, let's just do something. Remember what you said, Deku? Damn it. That's when he remembers what Izumi told him. But then Deku I can't speak, guys, I'm sorry. I'm feeling good. Like I was saying, then Deku gets startled when he hears some glass break. But as he goes to check it out, he sees some punk breaking some property. Deku thinks to himself, maybe we should stop him. Deku says, then Deku sees a hero. Thinks to himself, oh, the hero just stopped him. But as Deku about to leave, he hears, stop or else you have to pay. That's when the punk said, if he's asking for a bribe. And the hero says, of course, idiots. And he says, they're supposed to be hero. He's doing that? He's no hero. He deserves to suffer. That's when the boy says, yes, yes, yes. That's just what they do. But the kids are handling the hero money. They say something. But as the minute the hero looks behind himself, his head crushed. That's when the kids say, run! Before they can get out or even get anywhere, they all get stomped into the ground or smashed. As they go standing there covered in hero and the punk's blood, Lightning saying, we will punish every one of them and prove that they are not true heroes, that they are true villains. And they were dead. I'll come for your last, cause we wouldn't want to see the one hero fall. But we're going to have time escape, and this time, Deku, what's the word? Deku has started to steal from heroes and villains' wallets, using to buy stuff like generators to Paris hideouts, which for him is a warehouse that has a hole leading to an abandoned subway station. Deku has already learned about his basic powers like super strength, and left this toy house with a single punch, zero speed that allows him to run faster than a car, and even he can move faster combining super strength by jumping. Like if he combines super strength jumping and his stamp speed, he probably can outrun Antenia easily. He also has super endurance that allows him to take a hit by a train and is immune to fire electricity. He also has a higher intelligence because I think the more he fights and trains, the better he becomes. He also had an identical memory. He also has regeneration. He can heal cuts and stuff in a couple of seconds. He can heal huge damage in a couple minutes like broken bones. And missing limbs take at least like 30 minutes to an hour. But throughout his training, yes, he had to give the voice in his head a name. But he finally decided to call him. So Deku believes that every part of his inner self, or inner demon, is the voice. He decided to call him something interesting. Because according to America, the most powerful demon is Lucifer. So Deku decides to call the voice in his head Lucifer. I was saying, Deku is currently reading a book in his lair called Advanced Coding. As Deku puts it down, he goes to a computer, to store up all his stolen money, and starts loading it up. But this computer is a normal computer. Deku do some engineering and science to make it computer better. It's not running at 10 systems and multiple Wi-Fi links. We've made it one of the most fastest advanced computers that doesn't belong to the US government, or the Chinese government, or any government. But as he's doing it, he starts tapping into the system. That's when he hears a voice saying that they have petty theft in 41st Street. He thinks to himself, finally got it! So Deku looks at the screen and can see it. They're typing names in. That's when Deku types in TH. Then Luffy asks, what is that? His response with, it's basically a computer version of you, or an AI. Deku then asks TH to locate all heroes in the city. So Deku's handmade phone rings and reveals a map of all heroes, their ranks, and predicted routes, and how long it usually takes to defeat them. Then Luffy says that he wasn't paying attention while doing this. How did he do this? Deku explains that TH takes every camera in the city and finds out the hero's location, or just hacks into the hero support companies and takes the data of their phones or communicators to track them down. And then TH locals them and checks their past behaviors and records records to find their routes, also checking their past fights to see how much of it they are. And that is the best part is says that TH can also tell me how long it took to defeat them. But when Deku says, TH, what should I do? So when the boy says, they can take 3 heroes that they can eliminate easily, and are corrupted. And 2 of them are locations that will keep your base 100% hidden. That's when Lucifer says that reading must have paid off, and his voice is nice. By the way, guys, you have no idea what Lucifer and TH sounds like, since they're gonna be like somewhat important parts of Deku's character. I'm gonna be honest, in my head, Lucifer sounds like that YouTuber, Corpse Husband. T-Horse kinda sounds like Ryan Reynolds, aka Deadpool. When Deku looks at his new phone, he tells Lucifer that it's time to hunt. But while Deku did this, Izumi decided to make a promise to herself that she will become a hero and repay her debt and honor Deku's life. By she's training, she's been hearing rumors of an anti-hero rebellion named the Beast or Diablo. But doesn't matter. In a couple days, she will go and take the UA into him. Guys, I'm going to end the video here. Before I leave, don't forget to check out my other channels in the description below at the end of the video. And check out my Discord, Instagram, to keep going on beyond plus ultra.